What's up, everybody? It's your boy Onyx here, going full nerd, and I'm actually doing this. I'm getting my review of the fourth episode of The Mandalorian out of the way. I've been doing pretty good. I got the first three episodes. I talked about them a little bit. Now I'm on the fourth episode. Now, this episode is called Sanctuary, and this episode is a special kind of animal. I mean, it basically lets us know there's no way in hell our hero is going to get romantically involved with anyone. I mean, he went toe to toe with MMA star Gina Carano, and by the way, she whooped him. I thought, okay, maybe he hook up with her and get things going. Nope. And this episode, it got back to the action. I mean, it stopped focusing on the cuteness of little baby YoSephus, the Baby Yoda thingy that took the internet by storm. So I think we're going to get into some real good, gritty action. Right? Right? Maybe. So check this out. Let's talk a little bit. I understand after the third episode, he needs to get off the radar. But I got two major issues with this episode, even though I enjoyed it a whole lot because of the action. Now, the first issue was how he had to me, an unreasonable fear of the Empire ATST Walker. I mean, he was like, oh my gosh, this thing kills so many people and we can't defeat this with these villagers and things like that. I mean, personally, if I was the Mandalorian, I would have been a little cocky after knowing a bunch of Ewoks. You remember those little teddy bears from Return of the Jedi? They took out a bunch of these. Also, the other major issue I got with this episode is the widow. Okay, now I can understand if they tried to make a little romantic thing between the Mandalorian and Gina Carano's character, the shock trooper, okay? Here's my problem. This widow came out of nowhere. She could fire a blaster. She was all gung-ho about taking on these raiders and stopping all this stuff and fighting back and things like that. There's got to be more to that character than meets the eye, because she was peeping out the Mandalorian from the minute he walked into their village. And the issue is my man has this brand new shiny armor. I guess she wanted to hook up with the dude with all the bling, because the question she asked was, hey, why don't you stay? Hey, you can stay here, blah, blah, blah. Why don't you, do you ever take the helmet off? When a female starts asking that question, are you going to take the helmet off? Well, right then and there, there was some fire, some sparks, something getting down there. I don't know. But the Mandalorian was not having any of it. Even though he was ready and willing to leave little baby YoSephus there, I'm not going to spoil the little twist, but High Plains Drifter style, he grabs his little partner, his little baby partner, and he moses off into the sunset. Anyway, enough action, enough little awe factor to keep everybody else going. This was not a bad episode of The Mandalorian, in my opinion. But now that we're halfway through the first season, I'm still not feeling that the cost of The Mandalorian is worth it. And when I say cost, I'm not talking about me paying my Disney Plus subscription. I'm talking more like they paid Jon Favreau $15 million per episode. Now, I'm not going to hate on his game. He did that negotiation. Big ups to him for getting that kind of money. But $15 million for roughly about a 40-minute episode, and is it going fast enough or is it dragging along? Plus, the other part is, I know that he has this little Baby YoSephus thing, and that's basically the main gist of the first season. But is that actually going to go into a second season? Will that character continue on? Is it always going to be this version of, the Mandalorian carrying around Baby Yoda all the time? They did this in the comic books for a while with Cable and Baby Hope. They did this for a while in The Hangover, the first movie. So is this going to really work out for the Mandalorian? I'm undecided. I don't know. Halfway through, what do you think? But anyway, check this out. Leave your comments. I really want to know, is this worth it? Leave the comments on the YouTube video or leave a voice message on anchor.fm/going full nerd. That's all I got for you. Episode 4 of The Mandalorian. This is the way not to get the girl. Anyway, peace, y'all, and I'm out of here.